Hello and welcome back to the Kingdom Gazette, where we share all the little details that you need to know about everything Disney. If you want to learn about the ins and outs of all your favourite Disney rides, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you never miss a video. Today's episode takes us back, way back in time, to a world inhabited with huge reptilian creatures sporting horns and comically short arms. Which leads me to today's Disney attraction video, the indoor dark ride Dinosaur in Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park located in Orlando, Florida. You'll find this prehistoric adventure located in the Dinoland area of the Animal Kingdom, straight up the hill from Restaurantosaurus. You really can't miss this one, as the giant statue out in front is a dead giveaway. Dinoland itself is heavily themed in a slightly bizarre but ever so fun mixture of retro 50s nostalgia, a pop-up Dino-Rama carnival, and, you know, dinosaur stuff. There's plenty to see, play and eat around this area though, so it's really a fun place to hang out in with littles if your big kids fancy taking on the mighty Carnotaurus. We always find that the best restrooms close to this ride are the ones located inside Restaurantosaurus. There's actually a backdoor entrance to those bathrooms that directly faces the dinosaur attraction, right at the bottom of that hill. There's also numerous shaded low walls for you to take a seat and cool off for a moment. This is a great secret spot to wait out your riding party in peace while you take on a snack from Dino Bites or Trillo Bites, grab some free ice water from Restaurantosaurus, or just sit back and watch the cast members come and go from backstage. Our kids love that last part for a little peek behind the magic. Stroller parking for this ride is easy and plentiful, with spots lining the walls of the whole hill right outside of the attraction entrance. That also means they're super conveniently placed to be able to find your stroller after returning from the Cretaceous period. There's not a whole lot in the way of coverage there though, so if you suspect a mid-afternoon storm to roll on by while you're inside the attraction, and in Florida who doesn't, then think about pulling those stroller shades down to help preserve the dryness of your stroller for when you get back out. There is a height restriction for Dinosaur of 40 inches tall, which is well deserved considering this is not a smooth ride. In fact, this attraction is known for being a bumpy adventure, and that's putting it lightly, so make sure you prepare any nervous riders for the jostling that's to come. The ride cars are just that, cars, with a seatbelt style restraint for each guest and room at riders' feet for bags and whatnot. Now, this is a Fastpass Plus eligible attraction when available, but we don't really recommend picking this one up in your initial 3 for the day, unless you consider it a must-do, not-to-be-missed ride for your crew. Personally, we'd rather use those 3 Fastpass allocations on a headliner like Flight of Passage, and other longer-wait classics at Animal Kingdom such as Expedition Everest and the Kilimanjaro Safaris. Each to their own though. Having said that, fast passes do pop up for Dinosaur throughout the day pretty frequently, when that system is up and running of course, so they're not out of the question altogether. The majority of the Dinosaur queue is shaded or indoors, with lines reaching outside of those areas only rarely on very busy days, and sometimes with physical distancing measures in place. That makes this queue a great way to escape from the Florida sun and catch a bit of well-earned AC to cool down for a moment. There's plenty to see inside the queue area, starting with a museum aesthetic of sorts, complete with life-size dino skeletons and artifacts. The storyline of this ride really starts to come into play when you get into the pre-show though. Here you'll experience an iconic fan favourite of a video featuring a wayward paleontologist from the Dino Institute who's attempting to sneak a prehistoric friend back from the past and into modern day, with the help of you guys of course, and a hand puppet. You'll see what I mean when you get there. The ride vehicles on Dinosaur, known as Time Rovers, seat 4 across with 3 rows to each individual vehicle. Boarding does take place at a complete stop, and in terms of accessibility, you must transfer to the ride vehicle from a wheelchair or ECV in order to experience this attraction. There is video captioning, assisted listening, and Disney's language translation service, known as Ears to the World, available. Oh, and service animals are not permitted on this particular ride. The journey begins as you pull away from the time transport loading bay of the Dino Institute. Momentarily, time travel commences, and you'll find yourself hopping along into prehistoric peril as you race against the clock, namely a giant meteor headed quickly in your direction, and hunt for an iguanodon to bring back with you into present day. Unfortunately for you, the herbivorous iguanodon isn't the only dino hanging around these parts. Watch out for swooping pterodactyls and the iconic bad guy dino of this attraction, the unforgettable and rather hungry Carnotaurus. All this takes place against the backdrop of the impending meteor hit, which makes this a fast-paced, bumpy and very loud dark ride attraction. Throw in a few well-timed dino jump scares and you have quite the thrill ride on your hands. Obviously, this attraction demands a bit of a nervous rider warning, as young children or those who don't appreciate giant animatronics popping out at them from all angles may want to give this one a miss. Also worth noting, when the dinosaur charges at you from the right, there's a photo op camera located up and off to the right that'll capture your startled image from Memory Maker. The photos caught in this ride should appear in your My Disney Experience app, and are almost always a lot of fun to look back on as they really catch you at a prime jump scare moment. Eventually, spoiler alert, you do make it back to present time. Yay for that, and you do end up with a rather large new passenger in tow. Watch out for our favourite dino, the iguanodon that you've been searching for, helping you out as you escape under a fallen tree and a moment later being caught on camera, wandering through the corridors of the Dino Institute labs. Dinosaur does exit directly through the gift shop, so if your kids get a wandering eye, you best prepare for that. There's plenty of dinosaur-themed toys, plush animals, and clothing items, as well as the usual candy, pins, and a great magic band wall that often has some of the more obscure and sought-after designs in stock. Overall, we love this ride, and it makes our trip bucket list every time we visit the Animal Kingdom. Just remember that this is a low-lit attraction that has earned its nervous rider warning in our opinion, due to the bumpy nature of the track, the small drops, loud noises, and the multiple dino jump scares. As always, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Check out the blog and the socials. Oh, and don't forget to give a little magic to someone today.